Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Rocco Gaming here. So today, we have a very important news that we need to talk about as a content creator like me over here as a YouTuber. I'll make a Minecraft tutorial for you guys, for those who still confused if you guys want to use a mods, shaders, or more. But today, this is a very important news as a YouTuber because right now there's a lot of wave that I know, or I would say there's a YouTuber or content creator that I watch or already know somewhere all the country, maybe in the US, Japan. But there's a lot of wave they decide to discontinue, or I would say they quit YouTube channel forever. So before I have to start this video, I have to let you know, I don't want to tell what is the name channel is, and I have to keep a privacy because this is very, very important news. So let's go do it, or I will say let's go start the video. So the first YouTube channel somewhere in East Asia, or I will say the Southeast Asia, one YouTuber channel called Subject A, he decide this YouTuber is retired, or I will say quit from the platform. And also it's not just only that's it, he selling his YouTube channel for a lot of money. I will say like $1 million or $10 billion. I will say $1 million to $10 million, maybe around that price. So you want to know what's going on? Let's go find out why this Subject A decide to retire, or I would say quit from his YouTube channel. Number one, this YouTube channel is about cooking. So he's making a cooking video for the people. So it could be like a 50 or 100 people to give their food because this YouTuber making for them. So here's the thing. This YouTuber Subject A, he said he admitted that they're uploading long form cooking videos. I say again, long form cooking videos. For those you guys who love watching some cooking videos out there, of course, it's not very easy. Why? Because you need to spend some ingredients like meat or pepper or sauce or maybe like anything for cooking video. Of course, you need to spend that money for making content, right? Of course, like me over here. I have a YouTube channel a long time ago, which is my mom, but she decided to quit because it just spent more money. So he admitted that long form cooking videos had become a burden he'd been carrying. He felt his content creator style was struggling to sustain itself in digital ecosystem currently. So for those you guys don't know, what does that mean? It means that he making content for cooking for the people, and also he making food for the people who need it. But the problem thing is his has a trouble, or I would say struggling to sustain itself. So what is going on? What's wrong with it? Why he's struggling it? So when I read here more, he says that YouTube only. And I don't think I'm really doing that anymore. YouTube has been a burden for me all this time, and lately it's been burden for me. So it's not that easy to create YouTube account that 15 minutes or longer, let alone the horror content like my cooking videos. I create a pattern that I think is wrong and it won't riff in my life though. So that's what the Subject A, the person say. But here's the thing, this is a very clear reason why this YouTube channel cooking video stuff or type, and he decided to quit and sell his account. Yes, and this a YouTuber said, yes, what makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong is that I have to create content that costs too much. To be fair, I'm pretty sure it's not just not only editing video for his staff or workers, but I'm pretty sure because he's making for cooking, right? So here's what it says. Too much for a single video, even though the impact is actually much broader and greater. Sponsor so far, because I'm a conventional YouTuber, and the only hope for endorsement, of course, from the brand. If I get like 3, 4, 5, or maybe 10 in a month, I can cover that for my income or sustain, or I would say stable his for YouTube cooking videos. So this is a clear reason why he decided to quit. It costs too much. He making content about cooking videos. So after he making cooking videos, like a lot of huge pot, like maybe like 10 kilos or maybe 10 kilos or maybe 20 kilos, which is that's a lot of food, right? So he make a lot of huge pile of food, and after that he decided to give the people homeless or maybe food people who needed to eat it. And after he make a video, he decided, oh my god, this is cost too much for making cooking videos. So that is could be the problem. So here's and by the way, there's some report, some guy, psychological doctor, pressure on him. So, and by the way, here's what it said. And by the way, here's the report site. And by the way, here's some reports, some of the news, what it said. Beside the financial burden of having to cover 20 to 30% of the operational costs from his own pocket. So what does that mean? It means that he using his own money to permission to land it. He got enough to get the stuff for cooking and also for staff for editing, for staff for the catering stuff for cooking videos for his content. That looks like a lot of money, right? It looks like I opened a restaurant for me. So I'm pretty sure that is the reason why this YouTuber A decided to quit. And by the way, for the next YouTuber B here, is exactly the same thing, but this is way a little bit different. This YouTuber B is not somewhere in the East Asia, but now it's actually somewhere in Southeast Asia. So this YouTuber decided to quit his YouTube channel, and also he's tried to selling his YouTube channel. And by the way, this is what the YouTuber said. The YouTuber said is that it's not that I'm rejecting the blessing. There are many memories there. It's not just because the essence of what you and the money, of course. It says 10 years of my life and career progressing as culture arts are there. So that's what it said. And by the way, his or her YouTube channel is about food vlogger. So I'm pretty sure like you guys already know, you go travel, there's a food like fish here you want to eat, show them to the people, telling them what the food is. And pretty sure that is about another same category as a food. Same like a subject A, but subject A is about making food for them, but this subject B is about go to a restaurant and eat it and make a content. So I don't know what's going on, why there's a food content creator, there's a lot of quit or discontinue. I'm pretty sure it because cost too much. So um here's what it said, okay? Because it's so hard to say it. So after stepping down from the platform that made her name, the widow of the one child now admit to being happier and enjoy her life. So instead, he's now focusing on creating content on TikTok. Yes, you heard that right. This YouTuber B decided to quit from the YouTube and move the other platform, and that is a TikTok. And not gonna lie, dude, because there's a lot of creator out there somewhere in the US or maybe European stuff. There's a lot of creators decide to quit YouTube because YouTube has a lot of problem in here recently. For example, the audience. It's not very easy to get more audience. It's not very easy to get more views, just like what happened to my YouTube channel. For 1 years ago, maybe like at the end of the year 2024, I get like maybe like a 24 or 48 hours of views, like around 20 or 25,000 views. That is like 25,000 views, which is that's a lot for me. But now today has been dropped like 20 to 25%, which is like going to like 10, 12, 15,000 views for 48 hours, which is that is like a huge drop. So it's not just only him or subject A or B. This is including me, or it could be other anybody out there as a YouTuber on the YouTube has lose a lot of views. I don't know why, because it could be YouTube Shorts, could be, or maybe because the audience because no longer to use a platform, because I already predict because these there's a feature that a lot of people not very happy with. And to be fair, dude, if you move the TikTok could be have the same thing, but it could be easier use because we're simple and easy. But the problem thing is you cannot find which is the right video for you watch on the TikTok. So I'm pretty sure that's it. So this subject A, his instead of focusing on the YouTube, she decided to move the TikTok, which is considering more promising than YouTube. Whoa, that is a very clear reason why the subject B decided to quit YouTube, because the TikTok has more promising. As a food vlogger who has a few with this YouTuber previously has said the reason he left the YouTube was because the platform was no longer as successful as it was few years. Oh, this is could be the reason here. So this subject B said, I say again, this platform, the YouTube, said the platform was no longer as successful as it was a few years ago. So what's wrong is going on? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is. So if you're as a YouTuber like a couple years ago, I would say 5 to 10 years as a gaming, and you make a lot of video, of course you get a views more, like, oh my god, I get like 48 hours for 100 or 115,000 views for 48 hours, which is that's a lot of views, right? But now it's been dropped like 50, 40, 30, or even 0 or 1,000. So that is could be the key, or I would say a point, or maybe the evidence that the YouTube is no longer successful as it was a few years ago. So this subject B, I say again, subject B as a food vlogger who have a few with a few Cadet Blue or something like that previously said that the reason he left the YouTube was because the platform was no longer as successful as a few years ago. So his income has dropped. His so here's what it says. This YouTuber was originally has 100 million and now has even dropped sharply over the past few months. What's mean? It could be 30, 40, 50, or even 60% lose a lot of views because the user are no longer use the YouTube anymore. It could be moved to YouTube Short because it's way more simple, easy to watch anything wherever they like. So, and by the way, this YouTuber B actually, I say again, this YouTuber B is leaving the YouTube have now been followed by the other YouTuber, and that is YouTuber Subject A. So this Subject B is the first YouTuber decided to quit, but now Subject B, no, Subject A is a second YouTuber as a YouTube platform decided to quit or no longer on the YouTube platform, and the select creator are moving to TikTok or maybe the alternative website, maybe like a Rumble, for example. There is a creator out there, I'm gonna tell you. So there's another news here as a content creator on the YouTube. Okay, I don't know tell it is, but there's a subject C, D, and E. So there's three more YouTubers decide to quit right here, right now on this early this year, 2026. So subject C, D, and E, this YouTuber is somewhere in the US. He was a gaming platform. This subject C is a gaming platform. Subject D, it was about politics, which is I'm not interested. And subject E, or I would say, well, C, D, yeah. E, subject E over here, he decided to quit because he making content about the it's about computer, or I will say about some prediction or conspiracy or something like that. So this three YouTuber decided to quit YouTube because it's not the same like a few years ago. So that is a proof evident that there's a lot of YouTuber now no longer on post on the video anymore, which is this is my think, or I will say like in my brain like, oh my god, so this is a proof that um a lot of YouTubers decide to quit because no longer make a lot of views, which is we already seen what happened, right? Like for example, like most famous YouTuber I know, like a John Tron, which is you guys already seen it, right? Back in 12 or 14 years ago, he made so back in the JonTron a few years ago, JonTron, which is like maybe like 14, 16, I would say 16 years or 14 years, I would say 12 years ago, he made one video or two, three video, but he get a million because why? Because that's a lot of entertainment, a lot of people enjoy to watch. But now suddenly he's no longer to post any more content like 2 or 3 years ago. You know why? Because um this YouTuber, I'm pretty sure could be the same reason this to this subject A, B, C, D, even E over here, because the YouTube is not successful as YouTube before. And I feel like, okay, so this is a proof that YouTube is no longer as YouTube biggest platform anymore. So I've been thinking like, so what am I doing here, even though I'm still on the YouTube, which is I well, okay, so that could be the problem. That could be the proof that I'm losing a lot of views for a couple days. So anyway, guys, this is a very important news. If you want a YouTuber out there, really to say that you need to consider to research, or I will say think about it for a moment if you want to become YouTuber or not. If you have a friend or a successful YouTuber, you should ask them if like for me over here, I have a friend over here, also YouTuber, he make a gaming stuff. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. You should ask them or not. I don't know if this is actually true or not, but as a YouTuber right now, I feel like the last video I posted is recording about Discord, right? And because it's my speech, it's my recording of my expression. But regarding about there's a stuff like a new feature like oh age verification, well this would have happened. A lot of users drop down more and more, a couple years more, or maybe in the future. So this could be the evidence that there's a lot of YouTuber decide to quit. So I'm really sorry because I have to make a post video for about 15 minutes because this is very important. So anyway, guys, I'm pretty sure that is the video that I want to talk about regarding about why there's some YouTuber decide to quit or not, and it's actually make me really concerned about this. So anyway, guys, what you guys think about this one? Comment down below for let me know because we need to talk about and it's very important. So anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video, and I will maybe like make a video new announcement. See ya.